How's it going, everybody? Pozermobil here, bringing you some absolute bangers that are all on sale on the PlayStation Store for the Halloween sale that runs through November 5th. As usual, I've scoured this sale for all the full games, game bundles, and premium editions that are at the lowest price they've been in recent history, and are at least a 70 on OpenCritic. So if that sounds like the kind of video you want to see, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss my coverage of any new sales that Sony puts out. I'm trying to get to 10K by the end of the year, so every bit helps. Alright, that's enough yapping for me, let's get into the video. For $9.99, Shadow of the Colossus is a breathtakingly rebuilt masterpiece that reimagines the PS2 classic with stunning visuals, improved performance, and a hauntingly beautiful atmosphere that feels both nostalgic and entirely new again. You play as a lone wanderer who enters a forbidden land in a desperate attempt to resurrect a loved one, striking a deal that sends you to hunt down 16 colossal beings scattered across vast, desolate landscapes. Each tower in Colossus is a moving puzzle, massive, majestic, and dangerous, requiring precision, patience, and courage as you scale their bodies and discover the tragic beauty behind every encounter. It's a 92 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Gravity Rush 2 is a vibrant and inventive action-adventure that expands the original's gravity-defying formula with richer visuals, deeper mechanics, and an even more imaginative, expressive world full of charm. You play as Kat, the gravity-shifting queen, searching for answers about her mysterious origins, as new cosmic threats endanger the very fabric of the universe alongside her trusted ally, Raven. The game's gravity manipulation feels fluid and exhilarating, letting you soar, fight, and explore across a massive floating city brimming with secrets, colorful characters, and dynamic missions that reward creativity, precision, and exploration. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Bloodborne is a dark, gothic masterpiece that redefines the action RPG genre with brutal combat, haunting atmosphere, and a world dripping with mystery, horror, and lore. You play as a hunter venturing into the ancient city of Yharnam, a once prosperous place now consumed by madness and disease, where the line between man and beast has long since vanished beneath the pale moonlight. Fast, aggressive combat replaces traditional shields with risk and reward precision, demanding mastery of visceral counters, transforming weapons, and quick decision-making as you face grotesque monsters, unearth hidden truths, and descend into nightmare realms beyond imagination. It's a 91 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Detroit Become Human is a gripping cinematic narrative adventure from Quantic Dream that pushes the boundaries of interactive storytelling with stunning visuals, emotional depth, and meaningful, far-reaching choice. Set in the futuristic city of Detroit in 2036, society thrives on the labor of androids, until they begin to show signs of consciousness and rebellion, throwing the world into chaos and moral uncertainty. You'll take control of 3 distinct protagonists, Connor, Kara, and Marcus, each navigating moral dilemmas, shifting alliances, and branching storylines where every decision can alter relationships, rewrite scenes, and completely change the outcome. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Resident Evil 2, the 2019 version, is a masterful reimagining of the survival horror classic that revitalizes every terrifying moment with modern visuals, tight gameplay, and cinematic atmosphere. Set in Raccoon City during the 1998 outbreak, rookie cop Leon Kennedy and college student Claire Redfield find themselves trapped in a city overrun by the undead, desperately searching for a way to escape. The game's third-person perspective, dynamic lighting, and gruesomely detailed environments amplify the tension, while smart inventory management, chilling sound design, and relentless enemies like the infamous Tyrant keep every encounter heart-pounding and unpredictable. It's a 92 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Until Dawn is a cinematic, choice-driven horror experience that blends the tension of a slasher film with the interactivity of a branching narrative game, delivering a suspenseful, edge-of-your-seat adventure full of shocking twists and chilling moments. Trapped on a remote mountain retreat, 8 friends must survive a night of terror as mysterious forces close in and their darkest secrets begin to surface, with fear and paranoia building at every turn. Every decision matters. Dialogue choices, quick reactions, and split-second moral calls can determine who lives or dies, creating a constant sense of dread as the story twists toward multiple possible endings. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Resident Evil 3, the 2020 version, is a fast-paced, intense survival horror remake that modernizes the classic with stunning visuals, refined controls, relentless tension, and a gripping, edge-of-your-seat atmosphere throughout. You play as Jill Valentine, one of the last survivors in Raccoon City, navigating the chaos unleashed by the Umbrella Corporation while facing the unstoppable bioweapon Nemesis at every turn. The game combines tight combat, strategic resource management, and cinematic set pieces with an ever-present sense of danger, as every corner could hide deadly enemies and unpredictable encounters that push your skills and nerves to the limit. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Resident Evil Village is a chilling survival horror experience that blends classic tension with modern gameplay, delivering a terrifying and unforgettable journey through a mysterious, fear-filled world. Set a few years after Resident Evil 7, Ethan Winters and his wife Mia are trying to live peacefully in a remote village, but their fragile tranquility is shattered when new horrors and deadly threats emerge, forcing Ethan to confront nightmarish creatures and unravel dark secrets. The game combines intense combat, exploration, and puzzles with a richly detailed world and haunting atmosphere that keeps every encounter thrilling and unpredictable. It's an 84 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $7.99, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard is a terrifying first-person survival horror experience that reinvents the franchise with immersive visuals, intense atmosphere, and heart-pounding suspense that keeps you on edge from start to finish. You play as Ethan Winters, who enters a decaying southern farmhouse in search of his missing wife, only to uncover a nightmarish world filled with grotesque creatures, dark secrets, and horrifying twists at every turn. The game's first-person perspective, intricate environments, and tense combat create a deeply immersive experience, combining exploration, resource management, and pulse-pounding encounters that define modern survival horror. It's an 86 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $8.99, Guardians of the Galaxy is a fun, action-packed third-person adventure that blends Marvel's cosmic charm with over-the-top combat, witty dialogue, and a story full of chaos, heart, and unexpected twists. You play as Star-Lord, leading a ragtag crew of misfit heroes as they navigate a chain of catastrophic events threatening the galaxy, relying on element blasters, tag-team attacks, and jet boost maneuvers to survive intense battles. The game balances humor, narrative choice, and dynamic combat, delivering a lively cosmic adventure where every decision impacts your team, the story, and how the Guardians interact with each other and the wider universe. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch Remastered is a beautifully crafted JRPG that blends Studio Ghibli's enchanting animation, Joe Hisaishi's unforgettable music, and deep, engaging gameplay for an unforgettable adventure. You play as Oliver, a young boy who embarks on a journey through a magical parallel world, making friends, battling fierce creatures, and overcoming challenges in a quest to restore his mother after a tragic incident. The game combines turn-based combat, exploration, and heartfelt storytelling with sweeping visuals, charming characters, and intricate world-building, creating an epic, emotional experience that resonates with both new players and longtime fans. It's an 86 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 80 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Fallout 4 Game of the Year Edition is an expansive, award-winning open-world RPG that combines deep storytelling, player freedom, and post-apocalyptic adventure across the wasteland. You play as the sole survivor of Vault 111, tasked with exploring a devastated world, rebuilding society, and deciding the fate of multiple factions vying for power, with every choice shaping your journey. The game offers robust character customization, tactical first or third-person combat with VATS, and an extensive crafting and settlement building system, letting you create weapons, armor, and thriving communities while exploring a massive, dynamic world teeming with danger and opportunity. It's an 87 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, about 50 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Dragon Age Inquisition Game of the Year Edition is an epic RPG that blends rich storytelling, strategic combat, and a vast, immersive world full of danger, intrigue, and memorable characters. You play as the Inquisitor, leading a team of unique companions on a perilous quest to save Thedas, where every choice and dialogue decision can dramatically shape the story, relationships, and the fate of the realm. Featuring deep tactical combat, character customization, and massive exploration, this edition also includes all expansions, Jaws of Hakan, The Descent, and Trespasser, plus deluxe upgrades, legendary gear, mounts, and Skyhold enhancements. It's an 88 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 100 hours to platinum. For $8.99, Bully is a hilarious and rebellious open-world adventure that mixes Rockstar's signature humor, original gameplay, and a satirical, over-the-top look at school life full of mischief and chaos. You play as Jimmy Hopkins, a mischievous teenager navigating the corrupt and chaotic Bulworth Academy, standing up to bullies, scheming against rivals, and dealing with the absurdities of students, teachers, and faculty alike while uncovering secrets around every corner. The game combines exploration, missions, minigames, and over-the-top antics with a charming story, letting you prank, fight, and outsmart your way through the school year while discovering the joys and challenges of teenage life. It's an 87 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. Alright, that's it for today's list, everybody. There's something here for every type of player, so be sure to check some of these out while the sale is still going on. From this set of games, I've played Shadow of the Colossus, Bloodborne, Guardians of the Galaxy, Fallout 4, Dragon Age Inquisition, and Bully, so I can recommend each of those from personal experience. The rest of the games do look pretty fun, though. If you've played any of these already, drop your thoughts in the comments. Your insights help others find great games too, it's not just mine. As always, I want to thank all my channel members for their generous support, but to all you out there who watch, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff as well, thank you. You're the reason I'm still having fun making all these videos every day, and I'm genuinely grateful for each and every one of you out there. If you can spare $1 a month, you get early access to all my videos, and it helps me out more than you know. But I know times are tough out there, so all I do ask is if you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with any new sales stuff that I put out. Leave a like and comment down below if you've got any of these platinums or plan on going for any of them.